Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I got a letter package thingy in the mail. Kind of weird. It's from Langley, Virginia. L-A-N-G-L-Y. Langley, Virginia. Never heard of Langley, but it's very far away from out here in California. Came with a letter from some guy, I think. Really weird. I'll read it to you. Dear my name, I have seen your video on Polybius. I found it very interesting, and I'm glad that people still have an interest in this topic. I have information about Polybius that has not been released to the public at all yet. Many people don't believe that Polybius is real, but I have information to prove that it is indeed real. I don't know how this guy got my address. I don't know how this guy found out where I lived, so that's kind of weird, but let me continue. I believe that we have a much deeper connection than you believe. What does that mean? Polybius was way back in the 80s, 1981. I don't know how, I don't think I could have ever known this guy. I don't know. I'm going to continue again. I worked on Polybius. I had information on the game. We were based out of Santa Cruz, California. It was only 13 of us in a small building with the company's name written on a piece of paper and taped to the door. The company name for the game is fictional. He's referring to Sinislosion, as to make sure that none of us could be tracked down. We went out of business in 1985. I lost contact with most of them. One of them led me to you. What does that mean? One of them led. So you lost contact with most of them, but we said most of them. So he's still in contact with some of these people, not all of them. Apparently, I guess one of the ones he's still in contact led him to me. I'm not sure, but I believe that you, he underlined the word you, he underlined it, you have some blood in this all. I'm not sure, but I do believe that you have some blood in this all. What does that mean? What do you mean blood in this all? I wasn't even alive back then. I wasn't even born. 1981, I would have been born for another 20-ish years. So nobody died from Polybius officially. Most stories surrounding Polybius don't say anybody died in it. Most people just use that psychological problem, psychosis. Most of them would, some variations say, yeah, people committed suicide, but most don't say that. How could I have blood into this? Unless it's talking like familial blood, I had a family blood in this, but that doesn't make any sense. None of my family was doing that back then. None of them lived in Santa Cruz. None of them did. The closest any of my family could have gotten that was my grandpa, who worked for the Army Corps of Engineers. But the Army Corps of Engineers, they don't do that. They work for building bridges and stuff. They don't work with whatever the government does like that, So I don't know how some fella in Langley, Virginia, found where I lived and sent me this letter, and I don't know how long ago he would have had to send this, because it probably takes a few days to get from Virginia right over here, but he knows where I live now, and apparently I have some blood in this all, and we have some kind of deep connection. I don't know. How am I connected to this fella? This guy's probably like in his 50s, 60s. Some kind of lost family member or something like that. I mean, I don't know how that could have worked. My family, I know if there was somebody would have brought it up eventually. Somebody would have brought it up by now. It's weird. Somebody would have mentioned something. It's making sense. But I guess I'll have to wait if this fella sends me any more mail or not. If he sends me any more mail, then I'll read it to you. And hopefully you can figure this out. But apparently Polybius is apparently real. That's all I gotta say for today, ladies and gentlemen. Bye. Bye, have a nice time. Yeah.